Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, so it's time for my weekly pregnancy update. Today I will be sharing with you my 23-week update. Almost forgot what I was gonna say. Hold on, I'm like super hungry. I have my banana here. That's like one of my updates actually. Me always being hungry. So, anyway, I have here my notes and I'm going to read here what it says for 23 weeks. It says, baby is about to start gaining the baby fat that she needs to keep her warm without your help. Her lungs also keep developing. Baby is transparent and a bit red. And that's because of the developing veins and arteries underneath. No, that's because of the developing veins and arteries under her skin, but this won't last long. Baby's face is fully framed and she weighs about 20 ounces or 1 1/4 pound. So that's what it says about the baby. So first off, my pregnancy brain is on overdrive. Like any simple little word that normally you remember, I cannot remember. I lose my train of thought very quick and it's just like an ongoing thing. So if I fumble and like jingle up, or no, not jingle, jiggle, jumbo, no. If I mix up my words, that's an example. It's my brain. It's not really working properly right now. So that's first thing. Second thing, I have been super hungry. Like I can eat a full-blown meal and within 10 to 15 minutes I am starving. And I'm not just talking about, oh, I want another snack. I'm like fully starving. Like I want something to eat, like a full-blown meal again. And we're not having that. So I've been trying to fill up with water to see if that helps. It helps sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I need to go grab a snack, but I am trying not to just eat another meal after eating a whole meal because that is just too much. Too much. I also have been super tired. This is like the first pregnancy that I've had that I haven't had that boost of energy in the second trimester. It has not come along. I probably am not going to get it this trimester. I don't know what's going on, but I can't fall asleep. Well, I can fall asleep, and within an hour or two of me falling asleep, I have to use the bathroom or I get woken up by something, and then I can't fall back to sleep until like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's so annoying. I mean, once I do go to sleep, I can stay asleep, but it's falling asleep and staying asleep, or even like with the bathroom and just going back to sleep, I'm just having a really hard time. So, and then I wake up early. We wake up at 6, but most of the time I'm up before my alarm even goes off at 6. So that's another thing. So I'm just super tired. I've skipped the gym Monday and Tuesday. Well, Monday I had an appointment, so that's that. But yesterday I skipped the gym, and this morning I skipped the gym too. So I have just been not on my game with that. But again, I'm super tired all the time. Another thing that's been going on this week is that my eye has been twitching. And I don't know if that's due to pregnancy or not, but it hasn't happened in a while. So when I was younger and in high school and a little bit after high school, my eyes, or just one eye, would always twitch whenever something bad was going to happen, or it happened and I just didn't get the news yet. And so with this, my eye twitching, it's been bringing me a lot of anxiety. Like I'm scared all the time. Even when the phone rings, like I'm nervous to pick it up and I don't want to pick it up and things like that. And it just brings me back to, older times when, like I said, whenever my eye would start twitching, that meant something bad was going to happen. I'm trying not to think there, I definitely don't think anything like with the baby per se, but that's usually, or that was usually what happens. Now my eye hasn't twitched like this in years, like over 5 years. I haven't had any twitching of my eyes, and bad things have happened within those 5 years or so. But it's just so weird that it started to happen again, and I hate it. But like I said, hopefully it's just because of the pregnancy, and this is just a symptom of mine and all of that good stuff. I guess I'm a little superstitious when it comes to certain things, and that's one of them. But I'm trying not to think negatively, but when you have something that in the past has gone a certain way with, you know, the twitching, it's like, ugh. But yeah. The next thing that's been going on is definitely a TMI. So if you don't want to hear TMI information, just go ahead and skip over this. But I have been super gassy, and I'm talking about gassy both ways. I cannot even believe I just said that on YouTube, and I'm definitely not editing out because it's the truth, and that's what I'm speaking the truth here. I'm trying to be as honest as I possibly can. I guess without embarrassing myself, but yep, it's embarrassing, but you know what? It's going on. It has gone down this week. I have been burping my ass off. I have been passing gas, and I don't think it's anything that I've ate. I've always eaten the same things. I pretty much eat the same things all the time. It's not like I introduced anything new into my diet. I mean, I've been eating a lot more salads. I don't know if that causes gas because of the greens. I don't know. But yep, that's been happening. So as last week I discussed, I was going to be seeing a midwife Monday, which was the 25th. And last Thursday they called to confirm my appointment, and I almost flipped the lid because she's going over the information, and she was just telling me on the phone, the lady on the phone was telling me, okay, so you're just gonna be seeing our nurse practitioner, Sarah, and such, and I'm like, rewind, excuse me? I'm gonna be seeing who? She's like, oh, our nurse practitioner, Sarah. I'm like, no, that's a mix up. I have an appointment with the midwives. I made this appointment back in August. I've been waiting almost 2 months to meet with the midwives, and that's what my appointment's for. So she put me on hold, and she came back, and she's just like, you know, I don't see here that there was any mix up with your appointment. You were scheduled to see the nurse practitioner. You were never scheduled for the midwife. And I just was like, listen here, I already have a doctor, and I switched. I made this appointment because I found these midwives, and when I called, I specifically said I wanted to speak to the midwife. I wanted to be seen by the midwives, and this was the date that they gave me 2 months later for a new patient, and I've been waiting all this time. So she put me on hold again, and I commend that lady because you guys know how pissed off a pregnant lady can get. Like, you guys know, especially you guys who have been pregnant before, you guys know, like, if the attitude is in, oh, it's on. So I commend her to the full because she was so sweet. She was so nice, and she was just trying to help me and I guess like put my mind at ease. So she put me on hold again, and she came back on, and she's like, you know what, this is what you do. She's like, I can't put you in for a midwife appointment right now. She's like, what you do is you come in at 7:30 and you fill out all our paperwork and all that. And when you hand it in, just let them know that there was a screw up with your appointment and that you wanted to see the midwives, and if there's any way that you can see a midwife. So I said, okay. And she's like, if for any reason you can't see a midwife that early in the morning, she's like, just see the nurse practitioner and let her know, and then from then on in, you'll be scheduled with the midwife. And I was just like, okay, you know what? Sounds like a good idea. You're absolutely right. There's nothing to get all bent out of shape. I mean, I have been waiting 2 months, and I was looking forward to speaking with the midwives on Monday, but it's okay. So I'm so glad that I took her advice and I went, because I sat down and I met with Sarah, who is the nurse practitioner, and she was so nice. Like, I absolutely loved her. She reminded me of a midwife. Now, those of you who've gone to doctors and have gone to a midwife, there's definitely a difference in the way that they speak, the way that they act, there's just a totally different demeanor between the two. So she just had the demeanor of a midwife, and I was just like, wait, you're not a midwife? She's like, no. She's like, I practice with the midwives. I do, anything that I do is geared toward midwifery. Is that how you say it? Midwifery? Okay, so we're gonna skip over that word. I think that's how you say it. But she says that if she were to continue on her education, she would become a licensed midwife and not turn into, you know, a physician's and go the doctor way. She would go the more natural way, which is a midwife. So I was just like, okay, that's fine. And she was so nice. She was so nice, and she was actually really excited for me to be seeing the midwives. When I told her that, she was just like, oh yay. She's like, I love when patients come in and they want to see midwives. She's like, midwives, for some strange reason, this day and age, still have a stigma against them, where they're like, people are like, oh, they don't know what they're doing, and what if something goes wrong, and you know, they work hand in hand with doctors in case of an emergency. So I mean, I don't have anything to worry about. I already delivered 3 kids with midwives, and everything was great and fine, so I know what to expect. So that was that. In that appointment, I ended up gaining 4 pounds. My last appointment was like, September 8th? So I've gained 4 pounds since then. I also noticed that the baby has been kicking a lot lower, like closer to my vagina. Like, it feels like the baby's inside of my vagina, like right at where your vagina starts. Well, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but very low. And I'm like, oh my God, is there a body part that's about to pop out of my vagina like anytime soon? Because it was really low, like the movement that I was feeling. So I mentioned it to the nurse practitioner, and she said that was totally normal. The more babies you have, the more room they have to stretch, and that begins with in the lower part of your abdomen, so, or by your vagina, whatever that space is called, whatever the medical term. I should really know this since I went to nursing school, not nursing school, medical assistant. So yeah, but she did say that was normal, and there was nothing for me to worry about with that. She's like, there's no body parts that are gonna start popping out. She's like, you're absolutely fine. Because I told her, I'm like, because I thought that I was gonna be seeing like a tiny hand or a tiny foot or something. And she's just like, no. So that's that. My next appointment is October 24th. She also stated that my appointments are probably gonna start to get closer together. So I'm guessing every 3 weeks instead of every 4 weeks now. So that's fun, because I always like I like to go and like hear the baby's heartbeat and all that. 'Cause that just, you know, puts your mind at ease and anything like that. So my next appointment is the 24th, and I'm also getting another sono at that time. Not finding out the sex of the baby though, since it's a different practice. Although they can get my scans from the previous practice, she said that they like to have their own on file just for their own needs. So we're gonna do that. And then she also had said I can do the first glucose test that week, but she said I didn't need to. And so when I was scheduling the next appointment, I went ahead and skipped the glucose, because it would have been sono, glucose, and regular appointment. Like, it would just been too much, and then I wouldn't have been eating, like it was just gonna be too much. So let's see, is that it? I'm just trying to think if that's everything. I believe it is. That's pretty much everything. So I guess after the 24th, in 3 weeks, I'll be taking my glucose test, unless I have to go in beforehand. I'm not sure. I can't remember the time frame on when you take the first one and then when you take the second one, or is there a second one actually? I feel like there is. I feel like there's 2. Or is there only 2 if your first one comes up positive? I don't know, but the glucose test is gonna be not this next appointment, but the appointment after that. So that's fun. So that's it for my updates. I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and stay tuned for my next update. And thank you guys so much for watching. And no, absolutely not. So that's it for my, so that's pretty much it for my updates. I have nothing else going on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and I will see you guys in next week's update. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my belly. Okay guys, so here is my belly from the front with my shirt up. I actually have on regular shorts today, so that's good. But here is my belly. Here's it from the left side. And here's the right side. I'll go ahead and lift here. And here's the belly from the front with my shirt up. Right side. And then here is the belly from the left side. Little growing baby. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with me, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.